Greetings petrolheads and welcome to a new chapter of It's a Mod World. As you can see, this is rFactor 2 and I chose rFactor 2 because there is a group that is publishing a lot of the tracks where Formula E is racing on the Steam workshop. They published not too long ago Marrakesh and they have it in two configurations. The thing with Marrakesh is that it's used for the E-Prix for the Formula E, but it's also used for the WTCC, which is now, since this year, called the WTCR. I've seen the WTCC racing Marrakesh and I've liked it a lot, so as these friendly people are giving us the opportunity to race on Marrakesh and they have published it on a WTCR configuration, I decided that it's a good idea to test it. I'm getting into a WTCC car from 2017 and it's gonna be the car by Mehdi Benani. As always, some practice, then a race, and then my decision about the mod. So this is Marrakesh, which is much more claustrophobic than I thought it would be. And because of that, it imposes much more respect from the Formula E and the WTCC drivers than I thought until now. You have to like these kind of tracks to be able to enjoy Marrakesh. You have to be a fan of Macau, Monaco, and all these kind of tracks. And I understand if you are. One problem that I have with this mod, not with the track, with the mod, is that on VR, the stereoscopy, the 3D effect doesn't work well. So I see ghost images. From what I've read on Steam, this mod is a work in progress. The team behind this mod is working on making all tracks for Formula E, and after that they're gonna be tweaking them. The problem with the stereoscopy not working well is that it loses a lot of the depth perception, which is so great when racing on VR. And also it makes the image quite blurry, which, as you can imagine, is not very good for racing. It's the first time I raced at Marrakesh at all. And I gotta say, it won't become my favorite track, but it's an interesting track nonetheless. I'll be watching more intently the races of Formula E and WTCR in the future, trying to understand where the drivers do what, and of course why. Yikes! The mod also looks quite plasticky, not as detailed as Istanbul. So compared to Istanbul is more a game. Istanbul was nearer to a simulation. Behold, the chess hire car. Seeing everything fuzzy makes it difficult to race, and this graphic issue with rFactor 2, it's also making it difficult, as I never know if I'm gonna hit another car. I don't see them. But I gotta say, this problem with the stereoscopy, which has to be with the mod, because the rest of rFactor 2 looks good. I don't know exactly why this is this way. If there's something that is off in the mod and rFactor 2 cannot calculate the 3D correctly, but it's like racing through a small haze, which is a pity because I'm pretty sure that the mod makers have invested a lot of time. Get this mod if you've never raced Marrakesh, because at least you'll be able to race it, but for VR users there may be an issue, at least for me there is the issue. I would say that the mod makers need to invest some time, as it looks all kind of plasticky. It doesn't look as good as other rFactor tracks look like. And on VR is starting to give me a headache, and I'm not prone to headaches, so this fuzziness is not good. that would be all for this week. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be so kind and leave a like, it helps me a lot. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. Until next time, save fuel, pick up rubber, and we'll see each other at the podium. Visit romrom.net to connect to fellow sim racers and sim racing fans.